Hi, John Edward.
Hi KJ, how are you?
Oh, I am honestly, John. I'm thrilled. It's a real gift to share some space with you today, and to be able to thank you for the many years that you've shown up for people, grieving and growing and in the great unknown. You've been an inspiration for me. So thank you for being here today.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for saying that.
It's interesting to be talking today, and I was sharing with the community that you were going to be here. There's so much joy, so much peace, so much relief that people have experienced over the years because of your gift and how you show up. But what we're talking about today in Chasing Evil is, I guess, a deep dive into another way that you show up, which is to help people with some of these darker issues, such as crime. Can you talk a little bit about why you felt right now was the right time to share this story that's been so impactful for you?
Sure. So the book Chasing Evil, which is coming out in September, is nonfiction and it's all real and it's all true. It's not anything it's not a story. It is There are documented cases where I assisted an FBI agent named Robert Hilland, who came to me in 1998, and he came to me because he wanted to bust me as a fraud. And as a result of him coming to me, I was able to assist him on the case that he brought me into. But then I was also able to help him on a personal level where information came through for him. So it wasn't so much that I became like a crime solver. It was more like I became a crime teacher, meaning I was teaching the person who was involved with crime about my world. And he was using me as like a new tool. Like, hey, how can I use this guy's ability to maybe help me? So I kind of jokingly say that I didn't work for the FBI. I worked for another three-letter organization called the BOB. And he just happened to work for the FBI. And in the same way that I could work with a client, I can't take away their grief. I can inspire them, I can educate them, I can empower them. They've got to do the work. And that's what he did. He did the work. He used the ability that I had with the insights that I was able to glean for him, and it assisted him on his cases. And the why now of it, KJ, is um it was a cathartic release for Bob. He left the FBI and kind of felt like he needed to tell this story, and we discussed it and he's like, "Are you okay with it now?" And I was like, "Sure." So a little anxious for it to come out because it really is something that I've never discussed before.
That's amazing. And one of the themes that comes through here with the community that I have, the people that I coach and work with is the search for purpose and the search for connection. And this story, and you talking about, this unlikely friendship. That's not what you really showed up for. But can you share a little bit about how when someone is searching, sometimes those connections are coming to you, and those people you wouldn't expect are going to be people that change your life. How do you stay open to that?
I think that if we walk around life with blindfolds on, we miss the beauty of what's in front of us. And the beauty is not just natural beauty, but the beauty is where are the moments where we can actually evolve? Where can we make ourselves better? If you just take something that's arbitrary like health, right?
Hmm.
Everybody wants to be healthy. Everybody wants to be in better shape. But what's the impetus that makes us do it? So there's information that's available for us, right? Internet. There's places that you can go, whether it be a fitness facility or wellness clinic. But the reality is, you have to be the one to do it. So I would suggest that people show up by opening their eyes and just paying attention to what the universe is putting in front of them, and not to read into things. Sometimes people, when they're open to the world of energy or they're intuitive, they can sometimes add a bias. So what you want to do is try to be as objective as you possibly can and explore. So I tell people, if we can be a seeker, that leads to exploration. Exploration leads to discovery. When you have discovery, that raises your awareness, and with a newfound awareness, you can put something into action, and that's how we evolve.
And let's talk about evolve, because so much of what you have done from when you started years ago, you've lived that, right? And now you have an app
Mm-hmm.
that is it's not. I was looking into it. This is not just an app. This is a community. It feels like it's a movement for you to help people
It,
grow, right?
it's that's what the intention behind it. So it's kind of like one part social media community where people set up their own profiles. It's kind of like one part like a Netflix because there's live streams that happen weekly. I think we have over like 15 to 20 a month where people, the verified creators that I've kind of hand selected that I've worked with, that I think bring something to help people evolve, whether it be from past life regression therapy to astrologist to numerologist to a whole channel dedicated to mindfulness, a lifestyle channel that's launched called Nourish, and we're getting ready to launch another lifestyle channel called Move. All of that is to give people the opportunity to, when they do open their eyes, to see what's in front of them. So instead of going out and searching, because people are always asking in readings, do you have somebody for this? Do you have somebody for that? Do you have somebody for this? I'm like, yeah, I do actually. So I brought all those somebodies together in one localized place. And it is a great place for people to evolve. It's evolveplusTV.com for people if they want to go check it out.
Amazing. And you're also, I mean, the question here, John, you're also out on tour, and what I
Mm.
want to first talk about what the tour has been like for you. What is what is new for people, or what is maybe reconnecting with you if they haven't seen you in a few years.
Sure. So I've been on a 40-year tour. I kind of feel like I'm entering my share years. I think I'm going to embark on my maybe first farewell tour. But I've been doing this for, forever, and crossing over the TV show, which I hosted, 25 years ago.
Mhm.
That show was based upon my actual events. So I've evolved over the last, 3 decades. So have my events. So instead of it just making connections with grandma and spirit and bringing through messages, it's now, what is the evolution of that? It's to inspire people and to empower people with all the things that are on Evolve Plus TV. It's kind of like infiltrated my world because that's where I'm at now.
And for the entrepreneurs that are listening right now who hear you've got the book, you've got the app, you've got the tour going on, where is the balance for you? How where do you retreat and find joy and keep your cup filled?
I think the way that, for me personally, I do need to see natural beauty. So if I'm on the road, and for example, I was in Burlington, Vermont last year. And when I was in Burlington, Vermont, before my event, I went and tried to find something nature related. I went on an actual hike. So my day was out in nature, down by the water, going through the, little foresty area that was there. And that to me was grounding and recharging. So for me, that works. So people have to find what works for them to be able to do that, whether that be music or nature, reading a book, disconnecting, unplugging, getting off social media. I think those types of things are important so that we can kind of be in our physical body as well as our spiritual body and kind of let them both blend.
I really appreciated the conversation today, John. The book Chasing Evil is out. You can also go to evolveplustv.com to join John's community and be inspired. And we look forward to seeing you. We're here in Indianapolis. I didn't see a date anytime soon, but I know you get around to us quite a bit. So we'll keep an eye out for it, John,
I'll be
and look
there in
forward to talking to you
2026.
again. 2026. All
Thanks,
right.
KJ.
All right. Bye, John.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining me for another celebrity interview. KJ Today, where you'll find the positive vibes of pop culture, people to know, and pets.